In the autumn of 2017, I rented a room in an old apartment building on the edge of town. The neighborhood was cheap, almost abandoned. During the day, you could still see people: an old man sitting by the entrance, a woman carrying groceries, kids walking home from school. But after 9 at night, the whole street felt dead. Even the dogs never barked. The landlady, a thin woman in her 60s, showed me the room and gave me one warning. "If you hear someone walking in the hallway at night," she said, "don't open the door." I laughed. I thought it was just some creepy landlord story. "Who walks there?" I asked. She was quiet for a moment. "I don't know," she said. "Just don't look." The room itself was fine. An old bed, a wardrobe, a desk by the window, but the hallway felt wrong. It was long and narrow, stretching from the front door to the kitchen. The ceiling light kept flickering, and every time it dimmed, it felt like someone was standing at the far end. For the first week, nothing happened. On the 8th night, I woke up at exactly 3 in the morning. I heard footsteps, slow, heavy. Someone was walking down the hallway. I sat up in bed and listened. The footsteps came closer, closer, until they stopped right outside my door. Then silence. At first I thought it was the landlady. Then I remembered she lived across town. I was alone in the apartment. The footsteps started again. This time slower, like someone dragging one foot. I got out of bed and walked toward the door. My hand was already on the handle when I remembered her words. "Don't open it." Instead, I crouched down and looked at the gap beneath the door. At first I saw nothing. Then the thin line of light disappeared. A shadow blocked it. Someone was standing there. I couldn't see feet, only darkness. My heart was beating so hard it rang in my ears. After what felt like 2 minutes, the shadow moved away. In the morning, I checked the hallway. No one. The front door was locked from the inside. The windows were shut. I called the landlady. "Did you open the door?" she asked. "No." "Then it's fine." She hung up. After that, it happened every night, always at 3. The footsteps came from the kitchen to my door. A pause, then back again. On the 4th night, I decided to record it. I put my phone on the floor facing the hallway and turned on the camera. The footsteps came as usual. I stayed frozen on the bed. When it finally stopped, I waited 10 more minutes before looking at the video. The hallway was dark. The footsteps were clear. But then something happened that made my hands go cold. On the recording, the doorknob slowly turned. Someone was trying to open my door. I hadn't heard that. Then a quiet voice came from very close to the phone. "He's awake." I shut the video off and sat there with the lights on until morning. The next day, I went to see the landlady. When I showed her the video, she turned pale. A long time passed before she spoke. "Before me," she said, "a student had lived there. He lasted less than a month. One night the neighbors heard him screaming in the hallway. When the police arrived, they found him by the front door. Dead. His face looked like he had died from terror." "What was on his recording?" I asked. She answered so quietly I barely heard it. On his recording, you could hear him open the door. That evening, I packed my things. I didn't want to stay the night, but the first bus was in the morning. I pushed the wardrobe against the door, left the light on, and waited for sunrise. At 3 o'clock, the footsteps came back. This time, they were faster, not slow, like someone was in a hurry. They stopped right outside my door. Then I heard 3 knocks. Knock, 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 and then my own voice from the hallway. Open up, it's me. Everything inside me went cold. I didn't move. Then my voice came again, but this time it was whispering. I know you're awake. Something slowly dragged its fingers down the door, all the way to the floor. The wardrobe shook, then again, and then under the door, I saw an eye, a real eye, wide open, looking straight at me. I don't remember how I made it until morning. As soon as daylight came, I ran out of that apartment and never went back. A week later, the landlady called. She said I had left my phone behind. I told her I wasn't coming back. She was quiet for a second. Are you sure it's your phone? She asked. Of course. Then why, she said, does it call me every night at 3? And all I can hear are your footsteps.